Hey, this is Coach Garcia, and today I wanted to work with you and pay attention to how you're supposed to be using your top hand. So we're gonna be talking about swing path or hand path, whatever way you want to call it. But we only want to focus on the top hand, and we're going to use Milky Bets as an example today to make sure that we do a drill that's gonna help us to stay short to the ball, to stay connected, and to follow through in a good direction working through the baseball. The first video that I'm going to show with you is like a regular top hand drill that you'll see nothing super fancy. You start from a regular setup and notice how the back elbow start at the beginning. His elbow's kind of like facing down. That's the way how he like to set up himself from his regular setup. But as soon as he load and work with that tap of making the bat be more vertical, the thing that I want you to focus on is where he positioned that back elbow. So the rule of thumb is to make sure that that back elbow is behind of the top hand, and then we have some room here in between the bat, in between your shoulder. Most guys who have a problem with bat angle, especially, they have no room at all here. So what happened when we create that angle is that the knob of the bat is going to be pointing out. So our barrel is going to start going out before going in. So we want to create a bit of disconnection there, and we want to have a long swing. A long swing in baseball, you guys know, you want to be equal, or you want to equal a long and a slow swing. So we want to make sure that we short and connected from the beginning, like this, making sure that our hands are working tight around of the back shoulder. And when we extend and when we actually stay long or work long, it have to be through contact. Something that I want you to understand. When we work through contact, I was just talking with some of my high school players today about this. From your wrist and your elbow, when you use them through contact, they both have to work together. Some of you guys only use your elbow, that you just push your hands to the zone, but you don't use your wrist. Some of you guys use your wrist and you don't use your elbow, so you just start casting and getting around on the ball. You have to combine both of them to be able to deliver the barrel to the bigger part of the field without getting off the strike zone. This is simple. This is the way how we supposed to do a drill on your top hand. My favorite part is how we train your back arm with a connection ball. So you want to have a connection ball. You want to set it up in between your forearm and your bicep, and you want to compress or pinch that ball with your back arm. And from your regular stance, I like to do it from lunge. You can do it from your regular setup too as well. I find it's a bit harder when you take your full swing with it, but if you're advanced enough, you can do this too as well. And as you see, when you swing the ball, usually stay when you turn the barrel correctly. Notice how the ball is kind of falling off your back arm in front of you. That's what you usually see from guys using this drill. So if you really want to create a short swing where, because you want to maximize your bat speed, you want to stop getting around the ball, you want to stop rolling over, and you want to hit more line drives, you have to make sure that your back arm is staying connected, working short into the ball, tight and around the back shoulder, not when that big gap that as you guys swing, the bat is going to work far away from your back shoulder because you're dumping the barrel. Your hands are gonna work close from your body. Your hands shouldn't be pushing out. You're going to work long when you extend your arm through the ball here. And like I said before, it's gonna be a combination in between your elbow and your wrist. Another important thing that I want you to make sure that you understand and listen. Mookie, how he talk about how he uses his back elbow or his back arm. That, that, instead of here, here. As you see, when you low back, your back elbow should be behind on your top hand. The bat should be around 40 to 45 degrees. And then you turn around of your back shoulder, working behind from the ball. You don't push your hands through it. You don't want to feel that you're throwing your hands to the ball. Your hands should be a tool or a way that's going to help the bat to work around of contact. Body have to be tight from the back shoulder. If I create that same movement where I'm turning behind of the ball, but as soon as I do it, the bat start getting away from my back shoulder, and I have a huge gap in between the bat and my back shoulder. I'm gonna be losing the barrel, dumping the barrel, having a problem with like hitting the ball with backspin. I'm gonna start hitting too many pop-ups. I'm gonna start hitting a lot of ground balls into the pull side, weak ground balls into the pull side. I have to make sure that I work. One thought that I like, it's this stuff from or this feel from Alex Bregman where he explained that he likes to feel that his hands are going to work across his chest. And some of the cues that my hitting coach used to tell me is the that your bat never should work below your back shoulder. So you want to work when you bat as soon as you turn above the back shoulder. And then anything after that is usually when you make the adjustment to a low pitch, to a bell high pitch, or to a high pitch. But your feel should be hands across my chest level when the logo that I might have on my shirt and the barrel working slightly above my back shoulder. I'm gonna repeat the video again in case you didn't listen at what he was saying. Load up because sometimes you load like this. Load here. When he say load here, notice that the back elbow is not that far high. He's not putting so much stress on that back elbow. It's just behind of the top hand. Your bat work backwards, like behind of your body to get on plane and enter the strike zone as early as possible. Instead of pushing with your hands. Another thing I'm gonna end up with this is you can use the same connection ball with your regular swing. You're gonna position the connection ball in between your back arm the same way, and you can hold the bat with two hands. And same thing, the ball is gonna get out of your back elbow, like kind of in front of you, or into the side. That's the way how I see it. If you have a problem with getting around of the ball or rolling over, hitting too many pop-ups, you feel like you're slow into the strike zone, you're not consistent, and you really want to improve your swing path because your swing path is one the byproduct of the way how you position your body. And by working with this, when creating these angles and using this hitting tool that I really, really like and I use a lot when the hitters who I work with to stay connected. And I use it myself too a lot to make sure that I work when a short and compact swing. The the connection ball is really helpful for that. It's going to help you to create better swing path, better direction, and more adjustability with different pitch types and location. If you have any questions about how to use the connection ball, how to work with a shorter path, with a shorter swing path, you can go into Trainerize and just send. In case you're one of the guys who I work with, you can just go into Trainerize and use and send me a text. Use how can we apply this into your specific situation. If you're watching this for the first time and you're not in Trainerize and we're not working together yet, you can just click the link down below, and you can schedule a call with me where we can work, where we can talk about your number one goal, your number one priority, and map out a plan to make sure that you stop guessing and you actually invest in the time on the thing that truly matters. That's going to help you to increase or improve your performance on the field as soon as possible, and without any distraction from so many things that we see in social media that probably you don't even have to work on it. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Carlos Garcia, and I see you in the next video.